Good afternoon, everyone. Last year I did a project called the 100 Day Project. I was late starting. It starts the first part of April every year, and I didn't really know about it until maybe 2 or 3 weeks into April when I realized what it was and made a decision about what I was going to do and that kind of thing. This year, because I'm on the mailing list, I know ahead of time, and I have decided to do it again. It was a hard project to do, honestly, because with everything else going on, to always take time to do something creative every day is difficult. I was trying to journal. I was trying to do a lot of things. My decision last year, because I was behind and because I didn't have a lot of time to do things, I was going to do a doodle every day. And as you can see, this is actually 4 days on these 2 pages. They're 4 different days. These are traveler's notebook size inserts so that they could travel with me. And I decided that that was what I was going to do last year. And I did complete the project. I was very pleased with myself. I think this is the second one. Yes, this is the last 100, the last doodle. And I had just enough pages, really. I actually did an extra one. But I decided this year, and it starts April 2nd. And I'm going to put a link down below to the project headquarters so that you can see more about it. Now, there are writers that do it. There are all kinds of artists that do it. The idea behind it is to create something every day. So it's artists, makers, writers, whatever. And so I decided I wanted to do a little collage every day. Now, this book, I don't know, I've debated back and forth. This is bigger than I had intended it to be, but these are pages that were kind of left over from another project. I was able to cut it up into this. I had to cut one more extra big sheet down. But this is watercolor paper. It's heavy watercolor paper. It's got some texture to it. It just, I thought it would work very well to put 2 collages, one on each side, especially if I use some wet medium. So what I have done is I have made 50, actually I think there's 52 or 53 pieces that are 6.5 by 6 sheets so that I could eventually bind them into a book. I've made a couple of pieces of cardboard that I want to turn into the covers. And I am going to do a collage every day for the 100 days. I'm going to give you something more fun to look at. I think it's a interesting and worthwhile project to try to find something small and to try to continue to do it. My word for this year is accomplish. That doesn't mean it's been happening. I'm trying to accomplish, but there's a lot to get done. So this is supposed to be small, and I don't intend to spend a tremendous amount of time on it. I intend to try to use not use a lot of wet glue. I'm going to use the things that end up on my desk. I would like to try to put fibers in it just a little bit here and there. Do some different things like that. But this is going to be a book of collage, and I may need to make it into 2 books because I'm afraid that it's going to be so hard to bind that it's going to be ridiculous. So that may be something that I decide on down the road. But I wanted to tell you about the 100 Day Project, and I wanted to tell you about it ahead of time because if you want to play in this project, you might want to think about what you want to do. Try not to get something that's real involved. Like, I don't want to say I'm going to do 100 art journal pages. For me to say that would be, I know it would never happen. to sit down and make 10 or 15 minutes and do a little collage, I think I can do that. I am going to try to pre-sort some images. I'm going to try to find some words that look interesting out of books, things like that, so that I'm kind of a little bit prepared when I sit down. Like right here's a fun little sentence. I just felt like a drink. That's all. Well, that might be part of my collage. So think about what you might want to do if you want to play along with the 100 Days Project. I think it will be a fun and interesting project to do. That's all I really had to tell you. I just wanted you to be aware. Oh, there will be link down below in the description box to the project. The other thing is I tried last year and I'm not very good at it. Instagram is not my friend. It doesn't work on the computer, so at least I haven't been able to make it work on the computer. So Instagram is tough. And I am going to try again this year to do Instagram. It's a way to be held accountable. So that is part of the project. Social media is tough. Anyways, I want to read you a quote out of my 1001 Ways to Creativity. There is something about walking which seems to spur creative thought. Whenever you have the option to walk, take it. Anyways, guys, let me know what you think about the 100 Days Project. I'd love to hear your ideas and what you might be going to do. Have fun. Enjoy yourselves. Bye-bye.